Alright, we've got Orc versus Human here.
Greetings, friend.
Rip Boynes, thanks man.
Ready to work.
Do $20 request include outfit changes? I don't think we've ever seen a popped collar on stream.
Ready to work.
I think the last time I popped my collar I was 19. I still have some clothing where I can pop my collar.
Ready to work.
Alright, who are these players? You got it, mate. This is Adetassalol.
Ready to work.
Read the request. He asked me to watch a replay and give advice. He wants advice on Orc versus Human. So let's watch from the start. Actually, let's not watch from the start. Let's watch to see what you're gonna do with your blade.
Ready to work.
Okay, you're gonna go straight harass with the blade.
Ready to work.
So my first feedback would be build your altar here. Because when you go straight harass, blades are faster than peons, so this costs you like half a second. Secondly, I think your burrow is 1 second late.
Ready to work. Ready to work. Work
Nope.
complete.
Never mind.
Work
Okay,
complete.
it's all good.
Ready to work.
Then, if you're gonna go double burrow and then tech before first grunt, you should make it at 17. So you're making it at 16, which means by the time you make your second grunt, you'll have around 190 gold.
Ready to work. Work complete.
So you can't tech. So let's see what you're gonna do.
Ready to work. Work complete.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that. So you are 15 gold short of a grunt when your burrow finishes. So when your burrow finishes, you can't make it yet, so you're literally not using it. Which means if you would have made it later, that would not have hurt you. It's only 15 seconds, 15 gold, so it's like 1.5 seconds, or 2 seconds in this case. But the Voodoo Lounge will finish by the time you're in his base, so you can't use that either. So you've got a whole lot of thing going now that isn't efficiently lined up. So you make the grunt, and now ideally, normally around this time, you'd like to be teching. And insofar as you're harassing him, for the next 2 minutes, none of what you're doing at home will affect your harass. Even if you made the grunt immediately, it would not be part of the fight yet. Nor is it now, nor will it be now, nor will Voodoo Lounge be part of it. But your tech is later. 200 gold plus 130 is 330, plus 160 is 490. Right? So you're 49 seconds slower on your tech than you could be.
Greetings, friend.
Another grunt is 20. 200 gold, another 20 seconds. So now you are 69 seconds slower on tech than you could be. But it does not affect your initial harass. And for that, you're 69 seconds slower. Which means your hero is 69 seconds slower. Your tier 2 buildings are 69 seconds slower. And also, you walled off your base against the human. Which means he can pass with footmen here, but you cannot pass with blade or grunts. Same story here, and this is rather narrow as well. So firstly, it's your build order is not optimal, and secondly, the build layout is not optimal. We've seen those now. Let's focus on your choice of control. So this is good. Sending 2 units to a different path. Otherwise, he could sneak to your base. I will say this though, if he went Firelord Tower Rush, you would not have seen him. Because he could walk like this, so keep that in mind. Okay, you're attacking footmen. Anytime you want to stop someone from harassing your main, attacking footmen is good. Because you decrease his pushing power. The fewer footmen he can actively use. So when you're doing fast tech, and you can get free hits on footmen, that's good. But when you are very defensive, like you are very defensive, you have an uncancelable shop, 2 burrows, and 2 grunts. You are the safest you could almost possibly be. Therefore, attacking footmen should not be your goal. You do not need to decrease his pushing power. Ideally, you'd like to either attack Archmage or steal creeps. It's still okay when that's the one that you can get free hits on though. That's fine. But you should be on top of that creep. That's your main goal. Because you are invested in the early game. Because you've played safe. And you've made a lot of units. And he's playing safe and making units. So the early game matters to you. Because you slowed down your late game by 69 seconds. So if you're not stealing creeps. And you're just looking at him while he looks at you. You might as well have had fewer grunts and a faster tech. These grunts are not currently doing anything. They are some kind of implicit inherent threat. But they're not really doing anything. So, you could have teched faster. You didn't even make a tower and you can't even abuse it because you didn't go fast here. So Blade and Mask grunts early with safety generally should be taking a lot of early creeps. You're playing like how I used to play like 8 years ago. Kind of. Blade grunts. Except I didn't make shop. I teched 13 seconds faster than you. We did used to play like this. Like it's not crazy or anything. Like I can see where you learned it. I get the purpose, but I hope I've illustrated how it could be done better. So now let's talk about tier 2. Shadow. You have gold for tier 2 buildings, but instead you bought a claws. And you're like focusing on your units. Keep in mind that when your tech finishes, immediately make your tech buildings. 2 advantages. You get your units faster. And they're less cancelable. Warcraft 3 doesn't have as many timings as SC2, but they still matter. And teching at the right time and then immediately making use of this is a relatively easy way to min-max your macro and text, usefulness. You're spending a lot of time microing. You should really use idle time when you go onto the map. Because now you're even slower with your bestiary. 400 gold means your bestiary is 40 seconds late. Combine that with your stronghold tech, and you could have had Raider out 2 to 3 minutes earlier than you have it. Just think about that. That means you'd have a Raider with Ensnare now. And your Shadow obviously is going in the wrong direction. So his hero is faster than yours at the fight because 1, he walked towards the fight, and 2, he teched more efficiently than you did, quicker. So if your Shadow was like a minute or more faster, you'd be hexing and killing his Archmage. Now that's nice. He got greedy. He didn't expect your Shadow to come from the right and you got his hero, so that's a good job. But again, you are not macroing your main. So the way to fix this, dude, is to group your building the moment you make it. And then rally them to your units and learn the hotkeys. So that you can make walkers, dude, while you're fighting. Because this is all nice, but because you're still not making a walker at 700 gold, so your walker is 70 seconds late. Together with your tech, and again, you could have had walkers long time ago. Wow, I don't remember this rerun. Yikes, dude!
The spirits of the earth.
Raiders late. A lot of macro fails mostly. I think your micro is okay, but you spend too much focus on it. So mainly he's beating you with his macro. He's got like 5, 6 tech units. And you've got 2. You should have had like 6 as well, even though yours costs more food. Also, all your peons are idle after building a building, which shows you're not using shift to get back to work. Try to use that back to work, maggot micro. That when you build a building, shift click on the forest.
Research complete.
Never leave house without a speed scroll. You just did, it only costs 50 gold. It's the #1 thing you should buy every time. 50 gold, dude. TP is 350. We get it for 50. Abuse it, use it, bemuse it. Never reduce it. Okay? Alright, this is a bit of an anti-timing for you. For 3 reasons. 1, it's on his side of the map. 2, you have a war mill but no Kodo yet. 3, you have no speed scroll, so you can't get away. 4, no Shadow 3 yet, but you are on the way there. If you wanted a fight with Shadow 2, though normally you should not want it, you should take it at 2.0, which is the optimum level versus timing ratio. The anti-optimum level timing ratio is fighting at 2.8. Don't get the new ability, you fight maximum late. So 2.4 is not a level that you should normally want to fight at. Blade 3 is okay, but he's level 4 and he's just level 4. Maximum anti-timing for you. And he's just level 2. Maximum timing for him. He's got invisibility finished. He's got militia near him. You should not be here. And if your blade is going to be here, that's fine, but let your shadow be creeping. I suggest Control 1 on blade, Control 2 on all your other units. I note that all your units are also in the same group. Blade, Raider, Walker, Grunts and Shadow all in Control 1. That's fine when you're creeping, though I would recommend learning to do it better. Generally, when I'm creeping with everything, I've got everything in 2 groups, or maybe 3 groups. If I'm creeping with Shadow and attacking with Blade, everything is 2, Blade is 1. But when you're fighting, and you put everything in 1, you're gonna get everything focused one thing micro, because you're crouching on your map control being on 1 group. Even though your Walker should be attacking Footmen, your Raider should be attacking Sorceresses, and your Blade, anything that's low. So his, I don't think his Archmage is a weak point. He has invisibility, and he's gonna probably use it. He's also got 2 Wand of Mana Steal. He was really too scared. He has Invis. Alright, you made him TP, you'll steal the camp, but you have no speed scroll, so you're gonna have to TP the moment he comes back, and he should immediately run back with Militia. But you got lucky, I'd say. Still, you need to get the heck out of dodge, because you have no speed scroll. Kodo's coming, good job. Walker's okay. Now, you're at 50 food, you need to make a choice. At 50 food, you either go for a definitive all-in. This is, again, not very useful because you know he's in his base. You just made him TP, but you're not ready to fight because you are Shadow level 2 and no speed scroll. So normally, when you attack with a TP, it can be a great choice to make someone stay in his base, do a bit of damage, and then go back. And also, you want them to TP as you TP out, or waste a lot of time. But you're not wasting a lot of time because you know he's still there. You do get 1 Raider, but that is just luck. And ideally, the maximum result here you should hope for is 1 or 2 farms, and then he walks back, you TP, and you're all slowed, and he's gonna creep something. This is not important or lasting damage. And because you're now on the run, he is dictating where you are on the map. Therefore, he has a choice. Attack you, because you're still Shadow 2. Engage here, if you stay. Or he can creep, while you're licking your wounds. So, rather, what you should have been doing after you made him TP, Shadow cleans up the map. Now, note, everything on his side of the map is crept. But you've got this available. So this is a comeback mechanic. Even though early to mid has not been great for you, all the creeps are on your side of the map, so you can force the defender's advantage. And because you made him TP, you've got control of the map. By not showing yourself, he's not sure where you are. When you're creeping your own side of the map, what would he do? He would have to attack your main or creepjack you. As such, it takes away all uncertainty about what you should do next with this wonderful bank that you've built up. With this bank, you could either stay on 50 for a long time and play around the map. You could go tier 3 and upgrade your unit producing capabilities and upgrades like War Drums, Master Training Walker, or you could get ready for a 60 food or 65 food timing. Normally, when you go 60 food, you are forced to attack because you're losing upkeep money, So you have to attack to make use of your army. But because all the creeps are on your side of the map, he's forced to steal them from you. As such, you can prepare a 60 food defensive timing because you know he's forced to attack. And you can invest in a mana potion so that you have Shadow 3 with mana potion, a good defender's advantage, bringing all peons and having 60 food. And you would win that fight because it's on your side of the map. In this case, what you should do is eat the breaker and TP. You're overdue on the TP. You're about to lose like 2 units or 3. TP! You got the eat. You just spent all your mana on disenchanting. Okay, you got Shadow 3. That's kind of nice. You picked your ability. TP and heal. Heal and TP! So, your walkers are attacking the MK. They should be attacking casters. So should Raiders, so should Kodo. And I guess everything should be attacking casters. Because Mountain King, especially with Talisman, is like the tank. So just kill these 2 priests here. You can still win the fight if everything attacks the priest. Note that he's fairly light on priest. He's got 3. 5 Sorks, but only 3 priests. Always try to kill 1 unique caster type. If they've got less of 1, kill that one first. Then they only have 1. 2 minus 1, you know?
Greetings, friend.
And don't focus the tank, Mountain King. Also, these priests are high mana, higher than the Sorks, for the most part. These 2 Sorks are kind of high. You should take down those priests. Then he has no more healing. And then you should kill the low Sorks if you can. You run out of heal waves, so it's still okay. You know how ahead you are if you TP now? Like, despite everything I said, you're still winning the fight. You're 50 food, you lost only 2, but you're remaking. You wanted to make a raider, you're getting troll regen. I always do this. That's why I changed my hotkey for troll regeneration to the K. Away from R. because it's R. So just change the hotkey for this to K. You never want to make this by accident when you need to make a raider. Yeah, like if you TP now, you can make burrow, lick your wounds, get mana potion. It's so amazing. But humans generally do a little bit better in long sustained fights, especially once you run out of heal wave. So even if you chose to stay, once you have no heal wave, you have to leave because Brilliance gives him too much sustain. Amazing that you still lose this though, because you're so far ahead. He's gonna end this? Are you... What? You've got so much gold!
Job's done.
Leave now and never come back. Remember what Golem said, okay? How can you attack with 1 HP Raiders? They will see us! Master would not hurt us. Alright, you're killing Altar. Doesn't actually do anything. You've got 1400 of each resources. I have this deja vu to replay desyncs from SC1, but I know it's not a desync. You need a burrow yesteryear. I can't watch anymore. You're still gonna... You're still gonna win, no?
Done. Greetings, friend.
No, don't fight! Don't fight! Just lick your wounds. Where's your burrow? You need another burrow, dude. Filthy humans. Yeah, now he's creeping your creeps and you're overfighting because you don't have... I'd say just creep a bit more. Oh yeah, also don't get protection scroll against human. Oh no, you got another break. He's getting so many creeps. These creeps were yours. I think you're just attacking his main too much.
Our town is under siege.
Like, as a general trend. And I feel like part of that is you're not scouting and multitasking enough. Yeah, now he has the better army with the breakers. Now you can't win anymore because you overmade raiders. 5 raiders, 1 grunt. Remember to keep making grunts as well, okay? grunts are your way to kill breakers. Now, you didn't really see them yet. But grunts are important for hero damage and breaker damage. He stole like some of your protection scroll. That's how useless it is. You're out of mana. You have to leave. Also, I never make demos against human. I think their damage is too slow to get out healed. Of course, he's not moving, so it's actually very cost effective. Well, the good news is very winnable. And yeah, very winnable. And the bad news is you lost. But I hope I hope you found it useful. Oh, I think I just crashed Warcraft.